So now we're going to make my, since Rosh Hashanah, because I made it on Rosh Hashanah evening and everyone said it was the best chicken they've ever had. This is my Moroccan chicken. This has a beautiful spice mix and marinade around the chicken with some dates, apricots and some canned peaches. And canned peaches because the syrup in it is exquisite and really makes the sauce delish. And it's going to be made with a couscous stuffing. Yeah. What I've got in here is 1 cup of water that I'm going to just boil up with a little bit of salt inside. And then I'm going to add 1 cup of couscous into it and then turn it off, put the lid on, let it fluff up, and then we'll see what I'm doing. In here, I have the start of our spice mix. This is 1 teaspoon of turmeric, 1 teaspoon of cumin, half a teaspoon of ginger, half a teaspoon of cinnamon, and a 1/4 teaspoon, I would say, of cayenne pepper. You can use a little bit more if you want a little bit more of a kick. That's what I've done because I like a little bit more of a kick. Now in here, what I'm going to do is add some crushed garlic. So take your garlic, crush it with the back of the knife, just peel it, put it over the spice mix. I would say minimum of 2 to 3 cloves flavouring, and you can use more cloves if you want to have a little bit of a nicer garlic flavour to it. Get a little bit of olive oil, about 2 tablespoons, I would say. Mix it all together. Till it becomes like a paste. Now you'll see the water's bubbling away over here. I'm going to pour my couscous in. Give it a little bit of a shake. Shake, round and roll. There we go. Okay, there we go, it's bubbling. Turn off the heat. Shake it around. Put the lid on. Just going to leave it for a little bit just to simmer. So now I've got my chicken here. I can start to prepare what I'm going to do. Now, I'm going to use 2 different kinds of onion. Makes it a little bit more fun. You always want to have a bit of fun with your food. Slice it up nicely. Don't have to do it too fine after it's cooking. It will help to make the most beautiful gravy for your chicken and for really anything else you decide that you want to use this for. Okay, sprinkle the onion around the chicken. Take some dried apricots, all checked. Sprinkle that around the chicken. This is a really easy dish, just so you know, but I guarantee you that this will be one of the most magnificent chicken dishes that you've ever had in your life. Put the oven on about 180 degrees. Okay, so I've got the dried apricots, I've got dates that have all been checked, cut up, de-pipped, de-stoned. Sprinkle all of those around. I'm going to fluff up the couscous. You see, all the water has been absorbed by the couscous. Just fluff it up, lift up the chicken, and spoon most of the couscous inside the chicken. See that the chicken is over here. So now I'm going to take a lemon and I'm going to shove that inside. A little bit immodest, I know. And you want to tie the legs of the chicken together. Cross the legs over because you don't want the lemon to come out whilst you're cooking it. Okay, very nice. So now you've got your couscous inside your chicken with the lemon, you've got your apricots and you've got your dates, you've got your mix of onions. Now take your tinned peaches, you want it with the syrup. The syrup is just so magnificent. You put that inside. I like once it's out there. just to cut the peaches in half. Just so you can spread it out a little bit more. Take some chicken stock, about a cup, pour it around. Bit of salt. Bit of pepper. Some silan, some date honey. And there you have it. Chicken is ready. Put the chicken in the oven. Once it starts to brown a little bit on one side, I personally like to turn it over and then let it brown on the other side and then turn it over again. So I'll turn it over a couple of times. Will take about maybe an hour maximum for it to cook. Okay, so the chicken's been in there for maybe 20 minutes, half an hour. Just going to take it out now. It's starting to crispen up. Oh, it's heavy. When you stuff a chicken, it gets a bit heavy. What a heavy bird. Okay. Move around the garnishes on the side. You don't want something to burn. You want it to get nice and stewed. Lovely jubbly. Actually going to probably turn the oven up a little bit. 200. It's had a lot of work today. Okay, so we are ready with our chicken. Oh, that's awesome. The smell. Oh, the smell. So now what I want to do is I want to take the stuffing out from inside. So I don't know if there's a special way to do it, but my way of doing it is that I'm going to cut down the spine of the chicken because I don't want the couscous to fall into the juices just yet. So cut down the spine of the chicken. And here we have our couscous that we had before. Remember, we only put half of the couscous into the chicken. So I'm going to spoon out this couscous put it inside. Just a few almonds. Okay, they're nice and brown. Some are white, some are brown. Doesn't have to be that everything's done. Turn off the fire. Going to put them in with the couscous. See, cut a nice piece of breast. Spoon some of our couscous stuffing on top. It's a Moroccan dish. Take a spoon of the gravy with all the stewed fruits and the onions and everything. Put it on top. Sprinkle of parsley, or you could use coriander, or you could use both. And there you have it. Josh's fantastic Moroccan roast chicken with a date, apricot and peach sauce with a couscous and toasted almond stuffing. So there you go. Shabbat Shalom to both Sephardim and Ashkenazim. Trust me, everybody's gonna love this dish.